We'd also like to, and believe me, gang, I work very hard as we bring up Claudia Spadaro, one of our Spanish-speaking racing analysts here at Gulfstream Park. I work very hard on her speech. She's going to...
He's been practicing all week.
I've been practicing all week, brushing up on my Espanol. We'd love to have Claudia come up, Claudia Spadaro, and say a few words about what's coming up this Saturday.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Acacia. Muy buenos días, amigos, y bienvenidos a la Pegasus World Cup 2019, una de las carreras élite en Estados Unidos, a efectuarse este próximo sábado, 26 de enero, por supuesto, en el hipódromo de Gulfstream Park. Este año estaremos no solo teniendo la Pegasus World Cup por $9 millones en arena, sino también la Pegasus World Cup en grama por $7 millones. Hoy tendremos el sorteo de las dos competencias. Además, por primera vez en la historia, también tendremos un representante latinoamericano, el ejemplar Kukulcán, triple coronado e invicto en 14 participaciones. Recuerden también que van a poder disfrutar de todas las competencias del Día de la Pegasus, tanto en inglés como en español. Y bueno, por supuesto, darles la bienvenida, muy agradecidos de que estén todos acá y a disfrutar de lo que será esta Pegasus World Cup 2019.
Thank you, Claudia.
Great job. That sounded good.
And as we heard, and we've just been mentioning the international flair here, but one of the beauties of it too is that we have a wonderful plan through social media to keep all of you up to date, and we hope that you'll be tweeting, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. You can go to @PegasusWorldCup, use #PegasusWorldCup, and don't forget tickets still available, PegasusWorldCup.com.
And the Pegasus, in its short history, already has a lasting legacy. In fact, always a good time and always a lot of fun to walk down memory lane. And let's do that right now. Backtracking to the 2018 Pegasus World Cup, a career-defining performance from Gunrunner. Here's Pete Aiello off the far turn.
It's less than a quarter of a mile to go. 3/4, 1:10-1, and they're at the top of the stretch. Gunrunner set down for the drive by Florent Giroux. He leads by 2. West Coast, the only one with a chance. He's second. Well clear of the others. A battle on for third with Fear the Cowboy coming on. Gunrunner needs another 16th. It's Gunrunner in front. He'll go out a winner. He's the horse of the year, and he's Gunrunner with an unforgettable performance in the Pegasus World Cup. He won by 2 over...
Unbelievable effort. That would be the final career start for Gunrunner. We'll see if Accelerate can follow in his hoof prints this coming Saturday. Without further ado, we'd like to bring up the general manager here at Gulfstream Park, Billy Badgett, to say a few words.
Morning, everybody. Actually, my blood got pumping a little bit watching all these incredible horses run in the past races. So, my name's Billy Badgett. I am the general manager at Gulfstream Park. And on behalf of the Stronach Group, it's my pleasure to welcome everybody for the 2019 Pegasus World Cup Championship post-position draw.
Mi nombre es Billy Badgett. Soy el general manager del Gulfstream Park, representante del Stronach Group, y estoy más que feliz de invitarlos y agradecer que están acá para disfrutar de lo que será la Pegasus World Cup 2019.
Thank you. Since 2017, the World Cup has become a premier event in our industry and must-attend event in South Florida. By combining the best thoroughbred horses and with a party unlike any other, the Pegasus has reinvented with a day of races like no other.
Desde 2017, la Pegasus World Cup se ha convertido en un evento élite, una de las carreras donde todos quieren estar, un evento al que hay que ir si vives en el estado de la Florida, donde corren los mejores ejemplares no solo de Estados Unidos, sino del mundo.
The Pegasus is part of the Stronach Group mission to excite and energize the current and new fans, having them experience a level of hospitality and entertainment from the moment they enter our venues.
La meta del Stronach Group con la Pegasus World Cup es no solo atraer y divertir a los ya fanáticos hípicos, sino también atraer una nueva generación de personalidades hípicas, brindándoles más entretenimiento y nuevos conceptos de lo que es el mundo de las carreras de caballo.
So this year we've reinvented the $16 million race into 2 races. The winner of the dirt race, $4 million to that winner, and the winner of the turf race, $3 million. It's an amazing day. Looking around the room, obviously, this is really exciting for all of us to bring together the best owners, the best trainers, the best jockeys, and of course the best horses in the world. So on behalf of the Stronach Group, we're really excited to bring everybody together on an unbelievable day. Thank you very much for participating and coming.
Este año el Stronach Group quiso cambiar una carrera 16 convirtiéndola en dos competencias. La Pegasus World Cup será $4 millones a ganador y la Pegasus World Cup and Turf será de $3 millones a ganador. Estamos realmente agradecidos de ver a los mejores jockeys, los mejores entrenadores y caballos corriendo todos unidos en una misma pista, por supuesto, en Gulfstream Park. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you to Billy and to Claudia for translating.
Absolutely. Now, we promise we'll get to the post draws in just a second. We are going to start out with the Pegasus Turf and then obviously do the Pegasus Dirt. But just a few updates and friendly reminders as to what's on tap, and want to let everybody know it'll be a 12-race card here this coming Saturday, Pegasus Day, with a first race post of 11:30 a.m. Admission gates open up at 9 a.m. It is a card certainly laden with stakes and the entertainment quality to match.
Oh, absolutely. And the admission gates do open at 9 a.m. At 10 a.m. is when Flamingo Room and the 10 Palms do open. Around 2 p.m. is where the Live Stretch Village does begin, and that's where the party really starts. We'll see Snoop Dogg, Mark Ronson highlighting the party after the races. You can expect a 4:50 p.m. Pegasus Turf post time and a 5:40 p.m. Pegasus Dirt post time.
And just note those races, and we want you here at Gulfstream Park, and you can still get tickets at PegasusWorldCup.com, but both of those races, the Pegasus races, will be indeed televised live on NBC. It's a 90-minute telecast, and it begins at 4:30. And without further ado, let's bring up Mike Costanzo and Eric Friedman from the racing office, and we will start things out, gentlemen, with the Pegasus World Cup Turf. We are expecting a field of 10 runners. Number 1 is the Irish Invader, Magic Wand.
Magic Wand is an Irish bred coming in for Aidan O'Brien, a 4-year-old Galileo filly. She was 4th in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf behind Sister Charlie. She's been pretty impressive. In fact, she's a Group 2 winner at Ascot.
And she is trained by Aidan O'Brien and will be ridden by jockey Wayne Lorden. Number 5 is one of the West Coast Invaders, a horse by the name of Neck Shares.
Talk about a horse that maybe has not gotten that much respect. Won the Grade 1 Shadwell Turf Mile at a huge price, and then after being beaten in the Breeders' Cup Mile, came back with a close win in the Grade 2 San Gabriel last time out.
And Neck Shares is trained by Richard Baltus, will be ridden by a native of South Florida and jockey Tyler Gaffleone. Next up, number 2, the likely favorite in the Pegasus World Cup Turf, that is Yoshida.
Yoshida, the rare Grade 1 winner on both turf and dirt. He won the Grade 1 Turf Classic on the Kentucky Derby undercard and then won the Grade 1 Woodward at Saratoga this summer. He's already shipped successfully running in Royal Ascot and was 4th last time out in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
That's number 2, Yoshida, who's trained by Hall of Famer Bill Mott and will be ridden by Jose Ortiz. Next up is number 4, the invading 5-year-old mare from Japan in Aerolith.
One of 3 fillies or mares in this race that's going to be taking on the boys. In fact, she beat the boys in Grade 1 company before. She has been successful at a variety of distances on the turf. Shipped in just the other day to Gulfstream Park to get a feel, and she put all the weight that she might have lost shipping right back on.
7-figure earner. She's trained by Takanori Kikuzawa and will be ridden by Florent Giroux, who, of course, rode Gunrunner in last year's Pegasus victory. Number 8 is Delta Prince.
I think it's fair to say that Royal Delta's little brother has been making his big sister proud. In fact, he broke his maiden right here at Gulfstream Park, won the Grade 2 King Edward at Woodbine this summer, was second by Justin Eck in the Grade 1 4-star Dave.
Trained by Jimmy Jerkins and top European jockey, Frankie Dettori will be in for the mount. More than half the field drawn already as we go to post 3 for Channel Maker.
This is the second of 2 for trainer Bill Mott, a talented horse who maybe just needed some racing luck, but he was finally able to break through with that Grade 1 win in the Turf Classic at Belmont 2 starts back. Versatile running style. He dead heated integrated stakes victory at Saratoga this summer as well.
Oh, he's a hard hitter. He is trained by Bill Mott, Mr. Mott's second runner in the Pegasus Turf, Hall of Famer Javier Castellano with the ride. Next up is the number 6, in from the West Coast, in Fahan Mura.
Another mare facing the boys, a lot of natural early speed. She won the Grade 3 Bobby Frankel at Santa Anita last time out. She's a former claiming horse turned graded stakes winner, which is always fantastic to see.
And jockey Edwin Maldonado will have the mount for trader Vladimir Serin. Getting down to the nitty-gritty as we go to post number 7 and Bricks and Mortar.
This was a horse that was very exciting at the start of 2017. Towards the beginning of his career, he won the Grade 2 Hall of Fame, and then he wasn't seen for about 14 months when he came back to win a nice allowance victory here at Gulfstream Park.
Champion trainer Chad Brown sends out this son of the late Giants Causeway with jockey Erod Ortiz Jr. Just a couple more posts to be given out, including the number 10 for Doobie Doobie.
Coming off of an impressive win at Churchill Downs, this horse is graded stakes place, and his owner, Ron Paolucci, in fact, has participated in all 3 of the Pegasus runnings.
That's right. Luch sends out this horse with trader Bob Hess Jr., and the jockey who will be aboard Doobie Doobie is Luca Panici. Last but certainly not least is the number 9, Catapult.
John Sadler represented on both turf and dirt. This horse was second behind Expert Eye in the Breeders' Cup Mile last time out, won the Grade 2 Del Mar Mile before that, and has only been first or second in 2018.
And we do have, and that is your field of 10 for the inaugural running of the $7 million Pegasus World Cup Turf at 1 mile and 3/16. And we do have the odds, the morning line, Jay Stone's official morning line odds. And why don't you read down?
We will. We begin with number 1, Magic Wand, who is 9-2 on the morning line. Your morning line favorite is the 2, Yoshida, at 5-2. The other Bill Mott runner, Channel Maker, 12-1. Number 4, Aerolith, the Japanese Invader, is 8-1. Number 5, Next Shares, 15-1. The 6, Fahan Mora, 30-1. Number 7, Bricks and Mortar, 5-1. The 8, Delta Prince, 15-1. The 9, Catapult, is second choice at 7-2. And the 10, Doobie Doobie, is 30-1.
And that's your field for the $7 million Pegasus World Cup Turf as we shift gears and come up on the $9 million Pegasus World Cup Dirt. We're expecting and are likely to have a 2-capacity field of 12 as Mike and Eric pull the pills, and we'll get those posts here right now.
We're actually going to pause for just a minute before we begin, just so we can get reset here. And just a reminder to all of the media that's here as well, we do have several connections in the audience, and we thank you for being here with us. They will be around afterwards for questions. We won't be bringing up anybody live, but you can certainly, after the post position draw, have a chance to speak to any of the visiting connections. No, we've got to stop. We're going to hold on for just a minute as we got to get set to make sure that we bring you the proper information on screen. So before we get set, again, just a couple more reminders about some of the things that we have offered on Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt about that. 12-race card. 11:30 a.m. is the first post time. 9 a.m. admission gates open. Do note the Flamingo Room and 10 Palms will open up at 10 a.m. and they will be followed later in the day at 4:50 with the Pegasus Turf and then 5:40 with the Pegasus Dirt.
And we'll be bringing you as much information as we possibly can. But right now we know more than anything you want to see the post positions for the Pegasus Dirt. So here we go.
All right, number 4, Seeking the Soul.
Number 4 is Seeking the Soul, who ran in last year's Pegasus World Cup. He was 5th in that event. He won the Grade 3 ACK earlier this year. A Grade 1 winner, having taken the Clark Handicap last year. He was 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile.
And he will go out for trader Dallas Stewart with Hall of Fame jockey John Velasquez, game racehorse, coming here to Gulfstream Park. 8 is the very blue-collar Gunnevera.
Gunnevera is a little bit of the Gulfstream Park hometown hero, if you will. The Fountain of Youth winner. He's really been impressive in pretty much every dance. He is coming off of a couple of in-the-money finishes, 2nd in the Grade 1 Woodward, 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Classic, and don't forget he was 3rd in last year's Pegasus World Cup.
Absolutely, back-to-back Pegasus for Gunny. He's trained by Antonio Sano, Erod Ortiz Jr. with the mount. Next up, number 2 in the Pegasus World Cup Dirt. That is Something Awesome.
Something Awesome won the Grade 2 Charlestown Classic, the Grade 3 General George. He is actually 2 for 2 at this mile and an eighth distance. Shipped in early to Gulfstream Park, getting a chance to get a feel here of South Florida.
Jose Corrales, the trainer, Hall of Fame jockey Edgar Prado with the mount. 11 towards the outside is Imperative.
Imperative won the Poseidon a couple of years ago on the Pegasus undercard. Now we'll see him in the Pegasus World Cup. He is a graded stakes winner, having taken the Charlestown Classic, and he's faced some of the top horses in training as of late.
And he is trained by Anthony Cordarolo and will be ridden by Tyler Gaffleone. Inside post goes to the number 1, Bravazzo.
An ultra-consistent horse for the coach, Dwayne Lucas. He was 3rd 2 starts back in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile, 2nd by just a neck last time out in the Grade 1 Clark. This is a horse that shows up every time. And
Gulfstream's leading rider, Luis Saez, will be aboard, and Dwayne Lucas, of course, the trainer. Number 6, middle of the pack, will be Tom's d'Etat.
He's going to be stretching out in distance, but he was 2nd last time out in the Grade 1 Cigar Mile behind another horse in this field in Pattern Recognition. Oh, excuse me. He is a lightly raced horse that they're taking a shot for. He won the Tenacious Stakes at Fairground last time out. Won his last couple by open lengths.
And that'll be trader Al Stahl Jr. and jockey Sean Bridgmahan. Number 7 goes to True Timber.
Now we look at the horse that was 2nd last time out in the Cigar Mile behind Pattern Recognition. He has a tactical running style for Kieran McLaughlin. Got to be able to stretch out in distance to go the mile and an eighth, but he sure looks like a horse with a lot of talent.
And True Timber is trained by Kieran McLaughlin and will be ridden by Joe Bravo. Getting down to the last few stalls as we go to post number 10 for last year's Florida Derby winner in Audible.
That's right, won the Florida Derby right here at Gulfstream Park and then went on to be a close 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. Came off of a layoff after that Derby, tried to win the Cherokee Run at Churchill Downs on Breeders' Cup weekend and is coming off of a 2nd in allowance here at Gulfstream.
And he's trained by the all-time winningest trainer here at Gulfstream and Todd Pletcher, Flavian Pratt with the ride. Number 5, a finalist for Horse of the Year and locked to be champion older horse, that is Accelerate.
The Breeders' Cup Classic winner. He is coming off of 4 straight Grade 1 wins. He's 3 for 4 at this distance with a 2nd, looking to make this last career run perhaps a la Gun Runner like last year's Breeders' Cup Classic winner did.
Absolutely, hoping to follow in the hoofprints of Arrogate and Gun Runner in the Pegasus, trained by John Sadler. Joel Rosario up on a horse who was just so good last year. Number 9, talking about international flair, goes to the undefeated Mexican superstar and Triple Crown winner in Kukulkan.
He is 14 for 14. He won the Clásico Internacional del Caribe right here at Gulfstream Park just a little bit more than a month ago. He is the undefeated Mexican Triple Crown winner. As Jason said, he already has a win over this track. And we'll see if he can take the Pegasus World Cup as well.
And what a union here with Frankie Dettori riding Kukulkan for trainer Fausto Gutierrez. Couple of posts left as we go to the very talented number 3 stall with City of Light.
Here we have the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile winner. In fact, the only horse last year to beat Accelerate when taking the Grade 2 Oaklawn. He's going to be stretching out in distance once again after that mile victory, but he does have a win at the 9 furlongs.
He's trained by Mike McCarthy, will be ridden by Hall of Famer Javier Castellano. That's what it's about. Top 2 favorites, Breeders' Cup Classic and the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile winner, knocking heads in the Pegasus. Last but certainly not least is the outside stall, number 12, and that's Pattern Recognition.
Coming off of a 3-race win streak, he won the Grade 2 Kelso and then went on to take the Grade 1 Cigar Mile last time out. Going to be stretching out in distance as well to this 9 furlong distance, but if anybody can get him ready, you can imagine Chad Brown can.
Back-to-back Eclipse Awards for trainer Chad Brown, and the rider on Pattern Recognition will be jockey Jose Ortiz. Your field of 12, a no vacancy sign on the starting gate for the 3rd running of the $9 million Pegasus World Cup Dirt. And how about Jay Stone's official morning line?
All right, here we go. Your field of 12 in the Pegasus World Cup, beginning with number 1, Bravazzo, who is 12 to 1 on the morning line. The 2 is Something Awesome, 20 to 1. Number 3, City of Light, your Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile winner, second choice at 5 to 2. The 4, Seeking the Soul, is 12 to 1. Number 5, Accelerate, the Breeders' Cup Classic winner and your morning line favorite at 9 to 5. The 6, Tom's d'Etat, 20 to 1. Number 7, True Timber, 30 to 1. The 8, Gunavera, 8 to 1. The 9, Undefeated Kukulkan, 30 to 1. Number 10, Audible, 10 to 1. Number 11, Imperative, is 30 to 1. And rounding out the field is number 12, Pattern Recognition, at 10 to 1.
And there's your field of a dozen for the 3rd running of the Pegasus Dirt. Couple of quick reminders here before we sign off. We do have a couple of big money guarantees, multi-race guarantees for Pegasus Day. That includes that $1 million late pick 4, and there's a ton of dough in that late pick 5.
$750,000 guaranteed. Don't forget, first post is 11:30. The gates open at 9, doors open at 10. We can't wait to see you then.
PegasusWorldCup.com for tickets, by the way. We'll have the top-class entertainment. And again, the Connections, we want to thank all of you for coming out to the Pegasus Draw. But the Connections, owners, trainers that are here are going to stick around to answer questions if the media has any. And it should be another unforgettable Saturday afternoon here at Gulfstream Park. And definitely join us all week. Handful of stakes on Friday, and how about D. Wayne Lucas with his book signing?
5 stakes on Friday, and at 2 p.m. in the Breezeway on Friday, you can go and meet Hall of Fame trainer D. Wayne Lucas, who will be signing his book, Sermon on the Mount. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you this weekend.
Thanks again.